character just brought it and dropped it off. The dude's definitely still a redneck, so he's got that going for him.
I measured how high up the cab of this truck is, and it's 118 inches. And you may wonder, well, why does it matter how tall it is?
This thing barely fits.
This thing has earth-moving power.
Not to mention, if it bounces off and then goes, it might just grab this and pull all that shit down.
Folks, if anything and everything happens here and it all goes to shit, we're gonna have a GoFundMe.
All right, so we're gonna strap it up and, you know, say a little prayer for us, and we'll do the same for us. What's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome back to the channel.
How's your mama and them?
And you know, I'm a huge fan of your mother. I don't know, you know.
We got something kind of silly here today, and Matt Carricker just brought it and dropped it off.
To open the microwave, press unlock. Or you just open it.
The guy, he's like a Swiss Army knife.
He definitely got like redneck ingenuity in him.
Because he had a problem and, well, he remedied it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Well, if you're not familiar with this truck, this is Matt Carricker's 5-ton crew that is from the demo ranch, off the ranch days. And he still has a lot of these cars. In fact, he has most of them, and trucks. And we just finished up with this Hummer. It was here, didn't catch a video on the Hummer, but it's gonna come back and we'll grab some footage on that thing and kind of show you what we did on that. But the 5-ton was here because it had way too much oil in it a few weeks ago. It had like 12 gallons of oil in it because it had the wrong dipstick in it. And he was thinking it might need a motor because it was blowing so much oil out. Come to find out, with 12 to 15 gallons of oil in the bottom end of the motor, all you gotta do is start it and it blows oil out.
Yeah, it doesn't run real good when oil's touching the bottom of the pistons.
Yeah, it's like a hydraulic pump in the crankcase. So we fixed it, sent him on his way. Well, that didn't last very long. And he called and said, hey, I've lost all brakes on this 5-ton. It's not making air. So then he pulls up and he's got generator running an air compressor, back feeding air through this air line into the air tank, into the system on this truck so he could drive it here. And you have to applaud the guy's ingenuity. Check it out. Set him up a little ball valve, back fed it in there, and that was that.
He asked us to fix it, but he kind of already fixed it.
Yeah. The dude's definitely still a redneck, so he's got that going for him.
That's what I'm talking about. It's beautiful.
Steven got it fired up this morning, got the hood forward, which is like a 30-minute ordeal because it has massive fasteners in it. This thing was made for driving through houses. Yeah. So it takes a minute to get some of this stuff apart. And one of the first things that he noticed was that this filter is missing. Well, not missing, but it's just not attached like it's supposed to be. So we're probably gonna start with that.
Yeah, and I don't know how it didn't fall off driving, because it's literally just sitting there.
Yeah. So we'll start with that, blow all the air system out. I'm sure it's never been serviced. If we haven't done anything to it, it hasn't been done. Yeah. So we'll spin the filter back on and see if we can make air pressure work on its own on the truck side again. And if not, then we'll move up to the air compressor. But yeah, that's step one. Here we go. Oh, well, I'll be daggone.
It's trying to make air.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the problem. I'm betting when that thread's back on.
Well, I can figure out the thread.
Yeah, I need to go kill the compressor in the back of the truck too, so it doesn't make too much pressure. Unless the regulator, actually it might be all right. Okay, now we'll turn this off. Okay, so that's off.
A little plastic thing in there is like a dummy valve, I guess.
Yeah,
it starts to...
some kind of little filter valve, check valve thing. Oh yeah. I think it's probably working again.
I wonder if that filter backed off because it's full.
Yeah, I would imagine it probably needs service.
Probably ought to do that and drain his tanks and see how much rust water comes out of it.
All right, well, we're gonna look over the 5-ton and make sure it doesn't need anything else. Probably take it for a cruise. Maybe call Matt and see if we can talk him into upgrading the turbo on this thing that's been parked 64,000 times, and see if we can't twist his arm into keeping this thing. He's talking about getting rid of a lot of these cars and trucks that he's got, and we're trying to get him to, even if he's not running a channel, we still are. So if he doesn't want to record it and ruin it, maybe he should let us. What do you think?
Yes! 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 This is an idiot. Yes!
Trying to cycle it down and see if it'll build back up.
Yeah, that's 60 pounds now. It was at 120, so.
Okay. Also looks like
Oh yeah, dude, it's rocking right up.
looks like it could probably use an air cleaner. I mean, that's just my observation there. God dang.
Yeah, I need to get a filter for it. This thing is already built 30 more PSI. It's at 90 PSI. So
Okay.
That's probably the problem.
Yeah.
All right, we got our new air breather filter here. Fixing to swap out the old one, then fire this thing up and see how it sounds. Oh my God, that's a red hornet right there. Right there under the dash is a red hornet that wants to attack me, so I'm gonna kill it. I don't like red wasps, so I got some brake cleaner here and, well, it's gonna die. There you are, and somewhere right there is that little guy. Okay, I feel better now. Trying to start that nest on me. Back to our regular program, activities. So that was an easy fix, making 120 pounds of pressure. Everything's working great. What we're gonna do now is I measured how high up the cab of this truck is, and it's 118 inches. And you may wonder, well, why does it matter how tall it is? Well, let me show you. Right here's the dyno. Hang on. Right there's the dyno. And the roof above it is 120 inches. So, roof's 120, 5 tons, 118. That means it should fit. Pull this thing around here, put it on the rollers, and find out what the 5-ton makes.
This thing barely fits. Like, barely. Well, the brake won't hold it, so hang on a second. No, dadgum brake just won't hold for this big old son of a biscuit. You have to get a roll. I don't know about you or you guys, but I'm a little nervous about this guy going on here because I got some swing set bolts into the ground. Hang on, camera's a pile of got a couple swing set bolts, and then, well, I mean, you got this thing. I don't even think this thing has a bolt that's as small as what's holding these anchors in the ground.
Each one of these rated for 12,000 pounds. This thing weighs 20,000 when it hooks, when it pulls through and hooks on the concrete and goes.
Yeah, when it locks the converter, the tire bounces and bites and drives over the, like,
We have 48,000 pounds worth of anchors, and this thing will probably
I bet.
drag 100,000.
tire chalk for an F100 with a 6-cylinder in front of it. And then it's on 58s, and, you know, just everything that's in front of it over there will be completely totaled. It might even ruin part of the wall by the time it stops.
Earth mover.
So,
This thing has earth moving power.
not to mention if it bounces off and then goes, it might just grab this and pull all that shit down. Take the air conditioning units in the corner of the shop out.
Folks, if anything and everything happens here and it all goes to we're gonna have a GoFundMe and we're gonna need you to send a couple bucks.
Yeah, go
okay?
help me.
Yep.
So Steven's not nervous at all about
We're
it,
doing
which
this
is
for
great.
you guys.
We got this strap at a 52-degree angle, so it's not gonna do anything. So basically 2 straps are gonna keep it from rolling forward. The other 2 are to kind of center it up.
Well, 2 of them are to make it look like they're doing stuff for the camera and the insurance company.
Well, I'm glad we had this talk. I'm sure feeling a lot better about this now. So, okay.
Yes, on power.
Yeah, moving on. I don't know, I think it makes like 250 horsepower and 700 foot-pounds of torque. That's kind of my thought, because it does run pretty good. It's pretty heavy and it doesn't really have much trouble moving down the road. And if you power brake it, it'll spin the tire, like it won't like light the tires, but it'll bark them. Yeah, it'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go with, I need more power than that, okay?
Well, I know, but we're gonna use this video to leverage Matt into letting us add power. I hope it makes 100 horsepower and
Yeah,
everyone.
like, dude,
Yeah, I'm such a big truck with no power, like you're such a tool.
Exactly. And then we need people to leave a comment.
I'm gonna say 300 and 800. You know, I mean, why not?
Okay. 300, 800. I'm 250 and 700. 750, what did I say? 250 and 750.
I don't know what you said.
Now the only thing left is to find out if it crashes or not.
Yeah!
Stuff like that. How round these tires actually are. We're gonna find out.
They're not round.
No, they're
It's
not.
more like an octagon.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe even a pentagon.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna strap it up and, you know, say a little prayer for us, and we'll do the same for us. Got the crank trigger. It's got a little piece of reflective tape right there. Boom, that's our crank trigger. We've got a mountain of a motor in it. So this is a P-pumped. It's got a P7100 injection pump, 8.3 liter Cummins. What do y'all think it's gonna make? Leave your guesses in the comments. We're gonna straighten up the rear axle on the rollers, get it tightened up, and make a pull. So here we go.
Those runs made 149 horse and 367 foot-pounds at 20% load. We're gonna up it to 30% load and see if we can't make a little more power. How you doing up there, bud?
God, dude, this is the sketchiest thing I've ever driven on the dyno.
Do you have your left foot hovering the brake pedal in
Absolutely.
case it goes through the straps?
Absolutely. This is not,
Don't try this at home.
no, dude, it's just, I don't know how else to explain it other than when you're in here and you look out across the front and it's bouncing and you're just like, man, if this goes to I'm so
Well, just so you know, it looks the same on the outside.
sketchy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
good.
I'm gonna
Good
go
deal.
stand far away, bud.
Yeah, glad you're safe.
Good job.
Okay. Okay, well, 30% load, it kind of drew right through that too. So I think we're gonna go to like 35. We're not picking up any power, and it's flat footed on the floor. It's everything it's got. Converter's locked. It's That's what we got.
Yeah.
So,
one more run.
yeah, last run.
Well, 35% got us 161 horse and 392 foot-pounds. I think I might have to upper one more time, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I like to see at least 4 bumping on.
Yeah.
So 40% load. Hopefully the straps don't break and everything's okay.
Yep, here we go. Well, 161 horse and 373 foot-pounds, so we gained nothing. All right, brother, we didn't gain nothing on that. I think our 84-inch tires and all that is what's keeping us from really, making a number.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's making at the ground. When the truck drives down the road, like, it makes way more power than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely losing a lot of power to the drive line,
For sure.
but I mean, that's the number.
Well, you probably ain't never seen a 5-ton military truck dynoed, and now you have. And not only was it that one, but it was Demo Ranch's 5-ton. So, I mean, what do you think about that?
It's pretty sweet. I think that's it for this episode, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. We got a lot more cool content that's coming. This is just one of many cars and trucks that belong to Matt Carricker that are fixing to come through the shop. We got another one coming right behind this.
Yep.
Y'all stay tuned. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Please like, share, subscribe.
And
if you,
that's
right.
We got new
shirt.
merch.
There's a brand new shirt. It's at bunkerbranding.com. Do yourself a favor. Go check it out right now. Bunkerbranding.com. Type Holder Bros. Go look at the new shirt and
buy one for you and your mama.
mama and them.
Yeah.
Till next time, guys. Later.
Later.